Hey guys, it's Sarah, and in today's video I will be making a few projects using vegan leather. Everything that I will be doing today, I will be doing for the first time, so this is a trial and error, but I hope everything works out. So let's start! On the wrong side of my vegan leather, I traced out a circle using this circular egg tray as my guide, and then I cut along the line. Next is I marked out the center of my circle to use as my guide. And then I marked out 8 equidistant spots for my slits. Once I was done marking, I just took an X-Acto knife and then I cut a 1 centimeter long slit on each of them. I made sure not to reach the edge of the material. Next is I cut a thin strip of the material. Its length should be the circumference of your circle times 1.5. Going over and under until I covered every slit. Once I tried to close my pouch, I realized there weren't enough slits and they were too far apart, so I had to add more, bringing it to a total of 16 slits. And this is the result of my first attempt. I felt that it was a bit too small, so I tried to make a bigger one using my hat as a guide. And here's the final look of my pouches. For my second project, I'm starting out with some scratch paper and cutting it to the shape that I want for my hair tie. Then I trace the shape twice on another part of the paper and then connect them with 2 lines that are about 1 centimeter apart. I then cut out my guide. Using my guide, I trace out the shape on the wrong side of my vegan leather. And then I proceeded to cut along the lines. I then took a hair elastic, then threaded my leather piece through it. Then I tied a knot at the center to keep it in place. I made 3 other designs and this is the final look. For my third project, I used my glasses to trace out the shape that I need. After cutting, I traced the shape on some vegan leather and I traced it twice to form a butterfly shape. I then proceeded to cut off the piece that I need. I then cut 2 slits at the center of the material that are 1 centimeter apart. I then cut a thin strip of leather and threaded it through the 2 slits that I made earlier. And this is the end result, a cover for your glasses or sunnies. For the last project, I started by measuring out my markers and then plotting this measurement on some scratch paper. I then traced out my guide on the leather and proceeded to cut it. I then cut some slits that are 1 centimeter apart at the center of the material. I then threaded this piece that I cut earlier over and under through all the slits. The length of your strip should be twice as long as the width of your big piece. Before inserting my markers, I made sure to tie a knot at the end of this strip so that it doesn't undo. After placing my markers, I then tied another knot at the other end. I then cut another strip to tie this whole thing together. I then threaded this strip to only the 2 middle slits. And here is the end result of this little organizer. And that is it for today's video. Although I had a lot of hiccups, each project turned out really well, and I'm very proud of everything that I was able to make. So I hope you guys liked this video. See you again next time. Bye!